Okay, so I know that I'm so late to, first of all, reading this book and then also reviewing it. I finished it last month, and it's one that I've been wanting to read for a while. Kind of nervous to read because it deals with child loss, but I finally did it. My first reaction was that it was kind of lackluster. Look at all this cat hair. Oh my God. Okay, anyways. I mean, yes, child loss is horrific. It's kind of showcases what a mother will do to keep her child close after the tragic end of their child, right? But then I was like thinking about it. It more focuses on the grief a mother feels at the end of each stage of life. Now, I could be a complete idiot, and that could be the whole point of the book. But regardless, it blew my mind, and it completely changed my feelings about the book. Don't hate me. I know this book has complete cult following. So you've got the birth, and then the death of Santiago. It would be the death of infancy, and how us as moms grieve tremendously over them not needing us like for everything. And then when Monstrillo starts to form the rebirth, which is the creation of something new, and then Monstrillo causing havoc, which then kind of reflects the Terrible Twos era. And then you've got the really like going like feral stage, which is like puberty, right? And then when he gets his arm tail cut off, which is like the depression and the realization that he's got to conform to society. And then you hit the time jump where when you go to M as like a 20-year-old, which at first was kind of jarring to me, and I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this time jump. But then I realized like that was totally on purpose, and it's like that's what motherhood is. And one day you're changing their diaper, and then the next day they come home telling you that they've independently picked all their classes for next year. I'm not speaking from experience, experimenting queerness and kind of experimenting himself, which is what the 20s are supposed to be. And then it finally transforms into, which is kind of a spoiler, but if you don't want to know anymore, get out of here. But where he kind of like comes into his own and leaves the nest. And I feel like for parents, that is like the truest grief, is that they don't need you anymore. And it completely broke me. Tell me if I'm just a numpty and if that was the whole point of the book, or if it really was just about a child, because I completely saw it as the grief of losing every stage of a child's life and watching them need you less and less and less. This is a 4.5 for me.